Hey, it's Gina again. Listen, y'all, this is it. This is it. It's time for our final reveal of Reveal Day, June 17th, 2024. I have had a ball and we're going to end it with a bang. I'm excited to talk to our next guest. For those of you who are just joining us for today, this is a day where we are welcoming new people into the African Ancestry family. Shout out to Hassani Carter, who has been, I think you've been here on every single reveal, and I appreciate the support. I appreciate everyone who's coming in and putting flowers in the chat and flags in the chat and welcoming cousins and everything else. That's what this is about. We're building community. We're building connections. We're reconnecting in the process, reconnecting to Africa through our DNA. And African Ancestry holds a unique place in this industry in the fact that we've been doing this for 21 years, the fact that we're the only Black people doing it, the fact that we have we destroy our customers' DNA. We destroy our customers' DNA. We do not sell or share it. And we have the largest database of African lineages of any company in the industry. So whereas other tests that you all have taken, I know you've taken them and that's cool, they've compared you to 1,825 African samples or 4,279 African samples. And they basically have told you that you're West African. And I like to say that I'll give you all that information for free. History has already told us that we are West African. But the questions that people who take our test want answered is, where exactly in Africa are my people from? What are the values and the traditions and the practices and the beliefs that my ancestors had that can inform who I am and how I live my life and how we move forward through life? And so the most fun part of my African ancestry, my personal African ancestry experience, is when I get to welcome people in person into the African Ancestry family. And I have Javon here with me. And I think you guys give it up for Javon. He's here. Javon, I don't want to butcher your last name.
Okay, it's Ikande.
Ikande. Javon, yes. Ikande is here. And is this one of your relatives that I see here in the?
No, not that I see.
Valencia? Venetia?
Oh, Venetia, that's my mom.
Okay, so I'm going to pull your mom in. Let's make sure your mom wants to come in.
Okay.
Mom, give us a thumbs up if you want to join. Can she hear me?
I'm not too sure. I believe she may be.
Let me
see. Thank you.
Hey, Mom, can you hear us?
Yes.
Do you want to be part of the broadcast?
Yep.
You do? Yes. Okay, cool. Welcome. So we have Javon and his mother, Venetia. Welcome. So let's talk. Let's talk, y'all. Now, Javon, you took the test, right?
Yes.
Okay, so what made you decide to trace your maternal ancestry using DNA?
Honestly, going through 23andMe, my mom took her test back in 2016. And then just to more so know about my maternal, paternal family. Mm-hmm. And then just when my great grandma, she's 102 years old. She's currently still with us. So she's like the matriarch of our family. So by me getting all the knowledge from her, my purpose is to really reconnect and bridge the gap between what was lost and what we are reclaiming and going back for, to just know where we come from, to know where we're going. And it's been a very inspirational journey. It's been about 3 years now. And what really inspired me to get my matricline test was that 23andMe let me know about my haplogroups, but I really wanted to know more. So I took the test for my matricline test in November of 2023. And then I was able to find some answers on my father's side, and then that's where we are now for my paternal ancestry.
Okay. So what we're doing today is your patriclan test.
Yes.
Okay, great. And so what did you find for your maternal results? Because those results will apply to you, your mother,
Yes.
her mother, your sister, your children, your aunts, uncles, cousins, everybody. What were those results?
The results came back from Mandinka of Senegal, which we were knowledge of through 23andMe. Came back the Mende and Temini of Sierra Leone,
Uh-huh.
the Jola and the Fulani of Guinea-Bissau,
Uh-huh.
and those were 4 countries. Yes.
Uh-huh. Okay. Okay, nice. And so how did you react when you got those results?
Honestly, I was very happy. I was astounded. I actually got the certificate mailed in and now have it laminated and framed. It was very cool. It's very get closures to know where you actually hail from, you come from, no matter how what's your percentage, and it's something that I'm passing on to my family that my mom knows of, my great grandma she knows of, and I just love it. Just bringing everybody together, like you said, building community, and I feel like I have the responsibility now as the new generation of my family to just know and to pass that on. And it's been very rewarding, and I really appreciate being along part of this journey.
I love that, Javon. You guys, let's put some let's put some Senegal flags in the chat. I want to see some Senegal flags for Javon and some flowers for his mom for them finding out their maternal lineage through African ancestry. So, Venicia, how did you feel when you heard the results?
Well, hey, I was just happy that he did the test and he's enlightened me on, our heritage because I just wanted to know initially, where my family roots were. And then Javon just took it a little further. So it's very interesting, yeah, to know and, to be able to, I guess, know exactly where my maternal roots are. And also, I haven't got my dad's um, DNA yet, but we're going to do that.
Nice.
Or did he send it, Javon? No, he's already done it, right?
He can't do it because his doesn't trace back to the haplogroups of Africa. It's more of
No, I'm
Europe.
saying, but he do the 23andMe though? I think we have
He
his
did.
result. Okay.
So one of the things that is, I'm glad that you guys brought up 23andMe, and we got all kinds of flags and flowers in the chat. Thank you, thanks y'all for doing that, for celebrating with me. So 23andMe took your DNA and they looked at your entire you took the test, right, Mom?
Yes, I did.
Okay, so they looked at your entire genetic family tree from your mother's side, everybody from your mother's side, everybody from your father's side. And then they compared your DNA to the DNA of 4,279 Africans.
Okay.
Their total database has like 72,000 people in it, but only 4,300 are African.
Wow.
And so what they gave you was the closest matches that they could find to your DNA within those groups. I think they have about 10 country groups or 19 country groups, something 10, 12 country groups and ethnic groups. And then those results are relevant for you and your siblings.
Okay.
That's it. They're not the same for your children or for your nieces and nephews because they are the mix of your mother and your father. Whereas Javon is a mix of you and his father. Right. So they do give you that overview in terms of, X% African, Y% European. But I'm really glad that you, Javon, decided to do the matriclan test so that we could really dig down and compare you to over 33,000 African samples to give you some more specificity. So do you have any ideas about what this is on your father's paternal line? So your father's paternal line. So we took your Y chromosome, which you inherited from your father. It didn't change. it's the same as his fathers and his fathers and his fathers all the way back. And
Okay.
then you've also passed. Do you have any sons?
Yes.
So you've passed it to your sons, and then they'll pass it to their sons. So this Y chromosome is an unbroken history of the paternal lineage, the paternal ancestry of your family.
Wonderful.
And so we are always a little nervous when people do the Patrick test, because none of us is 100% African unless we were born there. And usually it's because of a white man.
All right.
And so the Y chromosome comes back European for 4 out of 10 Black men. Doesn't mean you're not Black, doesn't mean you're not African. It just means that, like the rest of us, there's a white person somewhere in your family tree.
All right.
But in your case, we found Africa. Where do you guys think Javon's paternal lineage is from? Drop in the chat what country you think Javon's father's father was from. I'm curious to see what you guys are thinking and what may come out of this. We'll see what the people say. Do you have any ideas, Javon, based on the genealogy research you've done? And you seem to be, I know you've traveled to Africa.
Yes. Honestly, I don't know what country. I just know I have got back to the Caribbean from my Caribbean roots. But I do not know as far as for what country on the continent.
And where in the Caribbean did you go back to?
Panama by the way of Jamaica.
Nice. Wow. The people think you are from Angola. They're guessing Nigeria. They're guessing Chad, Mali.
Interesting.
Guinea-Bissau, Cameroon, got a Ghana in there. Someone thinks you may be Fulani. That's not a bad guess. I mean, none of them are bad guesses, but that's a decent guess. All right, so you ready?
I'm ready
to put all the speculation
all
to
the years.
shame?
Yes.
Or not to shame, to bed. Okay, so we found your father's ancestry in a small landlocked country called Burkina Faso.
Wow.
Are you familiar with Burkina Faso?
Yes, I am. Yes.
Okay.
Wow.
Nice. So let me tell you a little bit about Burkina Faso. There is, I'm going to just mute your mom. There was a revolutionary, an iconic revolutionary and Pan-Africanist leader from Burkina Faso named Thomas Sankara. And he is well regarded for having championed African self-reliance.
All right.
People from Burkina Faso are called Burkina Bay. Some older people may recognize Burkina Faso as Upper Volta, but the name was changed when they got their independence from France. So it was a country that was colonized by the French. And the current government has been pulling away from France.
The colonialism, right?
They've been kicking out the French military troops, and Burkina Faso, Senegal, Mali. These are all countries that are really focused on reclaiming Africa for the people of Africa.
All right.
Now, within the country of Burkina Faso, you share ancestry with a group of people called the Marka people.
Interesting. Okay.
And so the Marka people are animists. They believe that natural physical entities like animals, plants, possess a spiritual essence. That's what animism is.
Okay.
Historically, they controlled trade and they were active traders. What they did was they grew food and cotton to be traded. Creatively, the Marka are known for their masks and also puppets. So they're very well known for puppetry. But when you look at their masks, they're generally carved out of wood, of course, with
Okay.
horns at the top, or a comb or a crest at the top of the head. And then you'll see metal sheeting covering the wood. So those are some of the ways that you can identify a Marka mask, a Marka
Interesting.
mask.
Wow.
Yeah, but there are not very many Marka people left. And
Wow, really?
so, yeah, over time, they've been integrated into other groups. They're there, but they're just a really, really small group within the country of Burkina Faso. So, congratulations.
Thank you. Wow.
I would say welcome to the African Ancestry family, but you're already part of the African Ancestry
Yes.
family. I don't need to welcome you. You're
Right.
already here. How are you feeling about these results?
It's it's a lot in processing right now. I'm just appreciative, truthfully. It's been 28 years of just getting answers, right? And it means a lot. I appreciate African ancestry as far as for people across the diaspora, America. I really believe in your vision as far as for what you all your services are. I'm greatly appreciative of much gratitude, and this is going to assist me with learning more about my history, tracing those dots together from the Caribbean to Burkina Faso, and this even now with the current state of um, the West African states, as far as for Burkina Faso being with Mali, just doing their own thing. I really appreciate it, and it's very prideful.
Mm. It's inspirational, right?
It is.
But to see them taking their own, being self-reliant, which is what
Yeah.
Thomas Sankara had urged people to do. What do you think, Benicia? Do you have any
Well,
thoughts?
I'm just happy for him that he is on this journey and that he's getting the answers that he wants to get.
Now that I'm looking at you guys up close, you look like twins. You have the same you have the same face, but one has a mustache and a beard.
Yes.
I love it. I love it. So what do you think? Well, you've already said you're going to do some studying. Now you have traveled to Africa, right? Where have you
Yes.
traveled?
I went to Ghana in 2022. Stayed with Expat Life Ghana in Tema, and did like the Cape Coast tour. More so a spiritual journey, truthfully, which set up a chain reaction. As far as for me going back, I want to go back to Ghana. Now I could go to Burkina Faso whenever I'm able to learn some French. But I see myself traveling more in the upcoming years. I really want to repatriate or to build like a vacation home. So it's definitely on my goals now to even go further and connect more with just the community and people who know themselves and going back and reclaiming their power. And I'm just forever grateful. I'm really
Mm.
excited, like a kid in a candy store.
Mom, I look, if he was my son, I can only imagine how good this makes you feel on the inside to hear your son, use this language and have this perspective.
Exactly. It
Yeah.
does. It does. Yes.
I'm inspired listening to you, Javon. I'm like, I'm gonna have to go back and listen to the video and take some notes
Right. Yeah.
on this.
I'm proud. I am proud of him.
Very, as well you should be. Thank you for joining us. And so, Javon, do you have any other questions for me before we roll out of here? We wrap Reveal Day, African Ancestry Reveal Day.
Only question is, will the results be in the portal? I believe. Will they be in the portal
Yes,
tonight or sometime?
they will. So right after this, she may have released them already. Simone will
Okay.
release them, and so you'll have access to the letter and the certificates.
Wonderful.
Um, and there, as a thank you for joining us, you'll be receiving your tribe's tea. So your Marka
Okay.
Burkina Faso tea will be printed and in the mail
Wonderful.
to you, so you can rep
Wonderful.
those roots. And for anybody who is interested, I know you guys have been saying, I want to do this. I've been thinking about doing this. I should do this. Don't wait. do it now. Do it now. We got 10% off the entire site. It only takes one test. You take one test. Javon took the Patriclan test, and now everybody in his family who comes from his father, his grandfather, his great-grandfather, now knows that they have a Marka lineage from Burkina Faso and can explore that. Coming up this Saturday and Sunday here in Washington, D.C., I don't know where you live, Javon, but here in Washington, D.C., they're celebrating Faso Days. So there are 2 days of celebrations of Burkina Faso, the Burkina Bay community from DC to New York will be here in the area. They have a big celebration at the ambassador's house, and then at a one day, and then the next day there's a celebration at an event hall, and all of the DNA descendant Burkina Bay are invited. So you're going to get that information. I don't know if you live close enough to make it to DC this weekend, but an invitation has been extended by the ambassador of Burkina Faso. So
Wow.
That's how we do here.
Of
We make
course.
connections
Yes.
with the people. We're making connections with the countries. We have African Ancestry family reunions. While we
Okay.
don't have one to Burkina Faso right now, we are traveling. And as an African Ancestry family member, you're welcome. You're invited to come with us to Cameroon, Sierra Leone, Nigeria when that trip opens up. And you don't need us for Ghana because you've already gone to Ghana. So you got your Ghana stuff covered.
That's true. That's true.
But once you're an African Ancestry family member, you can travel with us to any of our trips. So with that, I want to thank everybody who has been rocking with us all day long, whether you've been in here, you just got here to welcome Javon into the family and say hey to his mom, or if you were here on the first one and you're back, or like Hassani, you've been here all day. I really appreciate it. This is what we're about, building community. And I should mention, I think you probably already know this, Javon, and you might be too young and don't mess with Facebook, but we have the African Ancestry online community on Facebook, which maybe your mom would want to be a part of. I don't know.
Probably so, yes. Not on Facebook.
To learn, to interact with other people. And it's an exclusive group just for people who've taken the test. And they're sharing information, sharing resources. And many of them are on here welcoming you and saying congratulations. So
Wonderful. I appreciate that from everybody.
Yes. I think this is it. We've gone out with a bang.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you so much, Javon, for trusting us, for sharing your results publicly with the world. Thank you, Venetia, for joining us and for being part of the African Ancestry family. Everybody, I've had a blast. Thank you for rocking with me. We are going to do this again next quarter. So if you are interested in having, being a part of Reveal Day, we're going to open it up. When does the next quarter start? September, October, August, September, October, July. The next quarter starts next month. Oh my goodness. So we'll probably do Reveal Day late August, early September. So get your kit so that you can be in the running for participating and having your personal live reveal here on African Ancestry platforms. Until we meet again, everyone, may you be happy, may you be healthy, and may you be whole. Have a very good night, everyone.
Take care, everybody.
Okay. I had to mute you. Oh, your mom hung up. Okay, she didn't know not to hang up. I had to mute her sometimes because there was a little feedback.
Okay.
So how do you feel?
I am
Overwhelmed?
I am.
Yeah.
I am. Yeah.
I think you did great. I really do appreciate you being here and all the work that you're doing, Javon. There are not a lot of people your age who are doing this work. And so you should feel very good and very proud of yourself.
Got to keep going.
Yeah.